All praises to the Most High, Yah. Let's give him all the glory and all the praise and thank him. Thank him for the season that we're in. We are in the season of change, of recompense, and then the reset. So I'm coming to you because the Most High has provided me with information over time through researches and visions and things like that. But last night I also had a prophetic dream that the Most High needed me to talk to you about. So let's first start with this information. And I know that society has taught us that America was a land that hardly anybody lived, only Indians, and North and South America, all that was basically void of any law, void of knowledge, void of all these things. That's a lie. And society has taught us that the promised land for the Hebrew Israelites is in Africa. That's a lie. The whole world is promised land. America was promised to the Shemites. Africa was promised to the Hamites. And the cold regions where it's cold all the time was promised to the Japhites. And Mount Seir was promised to the Edomites. Everybody got promised land. It wasn't one. Everybody got promised land. Okay. The children of Israel was promised land over in the northwest of the United States, where rarely anybody live at now. Why? We got in trouble. We got in trouble for what? Human sacrifice. We shouldn't have done that. It says, do not take our children through the fire. We took our children to the fire. We did 4 parts of that. And so we got 400 years of punishment. So the Most High used the Edomites to come over onto our land. This is why Christopher Columbus kept saying he needed to get here. He had to come over to our land. Because if the promised land was in Africa, why would he pass up Africa to come over here? If the promised land is in Africa. No, that don't make any sense. The promised land is for the Hebrew Israelites. If it was promised land for the Hebrew Israelites was in Africa, why would he pass up Africa and come here and take a dangerous trip all the way to America? Why? And then when Columbus came, he came with Hebrew translators. You can go find the books and look it up. And he looked and he found where we were by reading 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras chapter 13. That's one knowledge. So, bring things up to now. The Most High, this is the time of reckoning. April 8th was it. That's it. Judgment time. I don't care who you would have voted for. The Most High just revealed to me, he showed to me that if you had voted blue, we would have voted for Pharaoh. We would have voted for Pharaoh. Pharaoh and his wickedness. If you voted red, you voted for the king of Babylon and his wickedness. No matter who had won, there was judgment coming upon the children of Israel. This is our land. We're in bondage. We was in bondage under the Edomites, and now we're in bondage under the king of Babylon. And then when the blue was in there, we was in bondage under the Pharaoh. We were in bondage under Pharaoh. What is that? Egypt. Egypt in Hebrew means bondage. Go look it up. So that's the knowledge. That's the knowledge. So that's the information the Most High had showed me through visions and research. Okay. Now let's get to the stream that I had last night. Last night, the dream began with me being in my place. And in the dream, I was cooking. And I looked out and I saw stagnant water. Like it was like a little pond. It was stagnant. And I looked in the water. In the water were people. They were under the water, but they were smiling and they were happy. Why? Because they thought that they were receiving good news. Do you understand and understand that water The Most High said in Isaiah 44 that I will pour into the children of Israel my water. So the water that you were receiving from a stagnant farm was from religion, from these different religions, and y'all were receiving all of this, and this water was nasty, and you were happy to be in this water. And I was looking down there, and I could see y'all. Y'all were little babies, all of you all, the community. You were little babies. So when I say community, these are Hebrew Israelites that the Most High was showing me. They were happy to be in these things. And he told me to go out there and start pulling y'all out. And I start pulling. I pull, I think, if I remember the count right, 7 people out. So that means 7 different groups. I pull out people. 7 different religions. I pull people out. But y'all, that water was nasty. I'm talking about, it was so nasty. So the laws and the statutes that you were receiving, the things that you see, the water was so nasty. It had poop in it, trash. It had the water was just sitting there with stuff out on it. It was all types of stuff thrown in the water. And when I saw what was in the water, I saw poop. When you looked at the water, you saw green beans. And you know green beans are supposed to be healthy for you. So y'all saw green beans. I saw poop. And I was like, oh, it's poop in the water. Get up out that. Get out of that religion. So I was telling you, and we know that the water represents the word from Yah. Water represents the laws of Yah. Yah will pour in his waters, pour in his laws. He opened us up so we can take in his laws. But y'all not taking in the laws. Y'all taking in poop. Y'all taking in trash. Y'all taking in something that will make you sick and kill you. And then you were trying to cook. Y'all was trying to cook, and I kept having to go turn the stove off and say, stop it. Stop trying to cook this. This is not good for you. And then I was taking women out and men out, and I was dressing y'all right. I was like, in order to get in this type of the water you need, this is what you need. This is what you need to put on in order for you to be right standing with the Most High Yah. I kept telling you all that. So finally, there was a man, he took what I told him, and he put it on, and he was like, this is right. I said, yes, this is right. Then there was a woman, I put her on, and when I did that, he grew. And then when I put her on, because y'all were babies, so when y'all finally accepted, so when I put hers on, she grew. So y'all grew when y'all put on the things that I told y'all to put on. And then the Most High said, okay, you finished in this stagnant water. Now I need you to go to another water. And I saw people over getting ready, like they're going to the beach, like they're going to the beach. So they were going to an ocean of wrong laws and statutes and commandments. They was going to so I went from helping people out of this stagnant pond to a nasty ocean. And I was like, oh, I started getting dressed. I started getting myself cleaned up. I started preparing for this war that I had to go and stand in front of people. I had to go stand in front of these people in an ocean to get the children of Israel out of this ocean. So y'all were represented as the children of Israel laying in this stagnant, nasty water. And poop was in there, y'all. And y'all was taking the poop and y'all was trying to cook it. Y'all was trying to cook it. And I was like, no. And then finally some of you actually listened. And you actually took the information from Yah. The ways of how to live for Yah right. And the things to do. Now you do understand and understand that our punishment is over. And it is time now to punish. The Most High was either going to use, if you had voted in the blue, use Pharaoh to punish the Edomites for what they did to us, or he was going to use the king of Babylon, which was red, to punish us. And as we read in Amos and Nahum, the king of Babylon won, and he's using him to punish you, the Edomites, for touching the children of Israel. That's what's going on right now. Judgment time is here. The time is always almost up. Give Yah the praise, give him the glory, and give him all of the esteem, and follow his laws, his statutes, and his commandments. All praises to the Most High Yah.